Geek Season 3, Episode 9, I don't know, 10. I already lost count. I'm terrible.
You are. You're bad at math and you don't know how to pronounce names.
Nope. Don't know how to pronounce a single name,
but
George.
You know that Batman's better than Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man always wins, guys. Just always remember that. Spider-Man always wins.
Not always.
It always does. So I'm your host, Aaron.
He always gets back and fights. Like he'll always keep fighting, but he doesn't always.
I mean, that's Batman.
Literally
Batman.
the end of Spider, like he loses in like all of them. He always loses.
He never loses. He always wins. So I'm here with the Bat fanatic himself, Robert.
What's up, guys?
So, here we are talking Geek, guys. I hope you all having a good one and enjoying our shows and enjoying everything that's going on right now in the world. And, I know it's kind of scary because of COVID. Hey, but we got news to talk about. We got good news, though. We have a lot.
We have good news?
I mean, I think we have good news. I mean, both.
Okay, cool.
I have good news. I'm still here. Yay! And he's under contract. He has no show.
Good news?
I think so. Okay. Maybe for me, at least. I don't know about them.
Cool,
you're stuck with this if you're listening to us.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, we have our normal segments, of course. Take My Money, videos from the net, and, of course, some news as well. So let's just kind of dive right into it. So with the Take My Money...
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
I love Fry. I love that little GIF, though, every time I put it in.
It's pretty good.
I like it. So, we want to start with yours? So we can see.
You got to put the music over the...
I don't have my mixer or anything right now to play it, so we can't hear it.
You can just put it in. And here comes the money.
Money. I will play that for the
yes.
Because we sing so well, we get copyrighted. So I can't.
Exactly.
I can't
we do.
I think so, because don't believe him. He is not the one who edits everything. It's me. So believe me. See, look, exactly. So, I don't know. Let's go with yours first, though.
Okay.
So I don't even know what you have.
Wow, appreciate that.
Was yours the baby one or not?
Yes.
Or is that hers? Okay, why do you know if it was hers or yours?
No, it was mine.
Okay.
Take My Money is a little onesie that is Link
right here
from Zelda games, Nintendo, and
Legend of Zelda.
So it comes with a little cool cap and everything, and
like
it's
my hat.
just making your baby geeky and cute.
Exactly. So you get a little beanie like that he wears, I guess,
Yeah.
right? Is that what a beanie he has? I don't know.
I don't know that
Link
wears a
it?
beanie. He wears a hat.
Oh.
I don't know, sort of.
I don't play Zelda.
Hyrulean hat, okay?
Yeah. And now he's
Don't
gonna.
worry about it.
We don't talk about it. He just wears his hat. And then you get the little outfit with the Triforce symbol and the belts and everything.
His belt and his sash, and it's just super cute.
I think it is. I really think that one's a little cute thing. But I didn't know if it was yours or hers. So that's what I was like.
If you got a newborn baby and you're looking to make him geeky and cute.
Yeah, what's the size? It's on Etsy, so let me see. What is the size? Up to 21 months?
Yeah, something like that.
So almost 2 years. So if you have a almost 2-year-old, you can still do that. That's fun. I like it. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, but I think it looks cute.
It is cute.
So it's like, okay, you got the little beanie, you got the little onesie, because it has a little button, so it's a little onesie kind of thing.
Keep their head warm.
Exactly.
Babies,
Exactly. So,
Baby 101.
Baby.
Keep them warm.
Keep them warm. Remember that. Dry and warm.
Keep them fed, keep them warm, keep them dry.
Exactly. Yep. That's all you need. That's it.
Breathing.
You're good. Breathing good too. Yeah, we kind of need that part. So make sure they're breathing.
Keep them alive.
Keep them alive. Yeah. That's always number 4 or number 1. I guess would be keep them alive. Number 2 would be dry, and then 3.
No, you gotta fed has got to be in there.
Well, that's number 4 or number 2.
I don't know.
I
think they're all number 1. I think you need to do all of them. That's like the bare minimum of things that you do with babies. Is you keep them alive, you keep them fed or nourished, you keep them warm, and you keep them
dry.
Dry so that they don't get sick.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're all up there. So parenting advice 101. There you go.
We're on this. We would be trusted with babies, that's for sure.
10-year-old here, 4-year-old here. We're good. Yeah. We're good. So they're set. They're fine.
We kept them alive up to this point. So
exactly.
We're doing pretty good.
I only have to worry about 8 more years. That's it. I'm a little bit closer. So guys, as we got off traffic like we always do, I hope y'all are still enjoying this. Yeah. But sticking to the baby thing, that's why I didn't know whose was whose with your wife's, because she sent us
yeah, that's true, because she's normally the Zelda nerd, and I'm normally the Star Wars nerd.
That's what threw me off.
I had a Zelda thing, and she
has a Star Wars thing. because she has the Baby Yoda, what is it, succulent plant, right? Is that what you call
Yeah,
them?
something like that. It's basically a planter with
Yeah.
Yoda inside of it and Baby Yoda. And
Baby Yoda, it's his little carriage from the
Yeah.
show, right? That's his little carrier thing that the Mandalorian has to like lug around, like, this baby.
It floats around. He doesn't even have to carry it.
He has to push a button to tell it to go places.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
lot. I
That's
mean,
tough.
it's got to be like, think about it. He has to pull it out of his wallet or wherever he puts it. Like, how does he
freaking
even
loves
put it?
that thing. He doesn't care that he has to push a button.
I
Did
mean,
you watch the show?
Yes, and he got mad when he was trying to take the little knob off and eat it.
That was at the beginning of the episode, and by the end of the episode, he handed it to him because he was like, "All right, here's your little toy."
But come on, I mean, you gotta push a little button to make him go everywhere, and it's just like,
Yeah, I think he's fine with it.
don't
As
know.
would everyone be if we all had our own personal Baby Yodas. We'd be like, "Ow." It's like that meme where it's like, you know, that guy that's just like pushing the button. It's like, if you push this button and
you push this button, Yoda. Okay, good, Baby Yoda, we're done. So, yeah, so it's a cool little thing. It looks like, I think it's called a succulent. So it's a little Baby Yoda basket thing. It'll be right here, of course. You can look at the little planter behind it.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like it. It's probably one of the cuter ones I've seen for like little succulent ideas. Oh, and it lights up too. So I didn't even see that. It actually lights up.
Nice.
So you can put a little light in there if you want, I guess, and you can make your plant glow with radiance. So I don't know. These are cute ones. Like, I really like y'all's. I really like both of them. Like you said, it did throw me off because like you guys picked each other's items essentially.
It's because we're married, bro.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm not,
We're
and I'm not
simpatico,
anything. Yeah.
Well, that's what we do.
Oh.
I know what she likes. She knows what I like, and you know.
Playing that violin, man. I'm playing it. So you can have some beautiful love music right there.
Yeah. Could you not play the violin? Actually, I just prefer if you weren't present.
I'll go home now, guys. Oh, now mine's not loading. There it goes. Now it is.
Womp womp.
So mine, because we're getting closer to fall. We're
Correct.
about, what, month and a half away, I think?
I mean, it depends on, you know, I mean, technically autumn begins in like mid to late September.
Yeah. So about a month then.
About a
About a
month.
month. And it starts getting colder.
We're in Texas, bro.
We don't get colder, but you're from Chicago. Don't y'all get colder around that time?
It does, yes.
See? So this would be perfect when you go back home.
Okay.
You could take a Pikachu sweater.
Yeah, no, it's literally for Christmas. It's an ugly Christmas sweater.
I'm trying to sell it as a fall sweater too.
Yeah, no, it's
that working?
not. No, look at the colors. This thing is not a fall sweater. Like,
No, it's not.
This is literally like you've made it past Thanksgiving. You can wear your Pikachu ugly sweater,
Okay, so
and then you can
we'll
wear
have
it
to wait
till
till
like
then.
February. Like those are the months you can wear it in. It's
You
not
can
a
wear this
fall sweater.
after Christmas?
It's a winter. Yeah, sure.
I guess.
It's still like January and February. You're just
That's
trying to
true.
keep a smile on your face because those months suck. And
They
those
do.
were the only good months of 2020 so far.
That is
Like,
true.
literally,
That is
January
true.
and February are the worst months, and they were the best months of 2020.
They were. And you know what? October will be good again. October's going to be a good month.
No,
It's Halloween. Don't ruin my Halloween.
I'm not ruining your Halloween, but there's millions of people that are.
I don't want y'all to ruin my Halloween either,
Too
guys.
late.
Please don't.
Too late.
But it's a cute, to me, it's a cute ugly sweater thing. My buddy usually does like
It's
ugly sweater parties for Christmas, so
Yeah,
I definitely got to get this
Hopefully
for
we can
that.
have one.
Yes, I hope we do. I hope he's able to do it again this year. It'd be fun. But yeah, it's a little Pikachu, and if you play the
Pika.
original Pokemon Red and Blue back in the day, it has the starter Pokemon from that. So it has Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. It has like little bulb decorations on it.
Charmander.
Charmander,
I was gonna call him Charizard. There's a
Charizard.
different one named Charizard, right?
He goes Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard.
There you go.
So he evolves.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See,
So-
I don't really know much about Pokemon. So.
I played the crud out of Red and Blue, Yellow, Green, and I think I stopped at like the one right after that.
It was, you know, it's a lot of people love it. Just I never got hooked.
Yeah.
That's all. That's cool.
It happens, you know. Some of
I-
us have good taste, and some of us don't. It's
Wow.
okay.
So
Hey, I
I'm the
had
one
it.
with good taste in this scenario, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because this is really an ugly sweater, so I'm going to bow out because I'm like, this is what I
Yeah,
picked. I'm
that's
not.
all right. You're
I
cool.
can't fight
You're
that.
cool.
Thank you. Oh, he said a compliment. But yeah,
sarcasm.
it's. Oh, well, I didn't take the sarcasm 101. Haha. But yeah, so I like it. You know, definitely. They're all cute items, I think, and I think this week's kind of fun because you got the two baby ones, and you still got a baby Pikachu. You can be a tiny little baby Pikachu.
I mean, I feel like, you know, it's if you're going to an ugly sweater Christmas party, you could dress your baby up as Link, and you know, now you got
Done.
Pikachu on you and
Done.
baby Link.
Exactly. So now you're all set. You have the perfect
And you could
Christmas party.
bring a present to maybe your host. Or maybe you could bring them the Baby Yoda.
You could bring the succulent. There you go. So it all connects. See, look at that, guys. Bam.
Christmas in August.
We made your Christmas easier, better. Buy it all right now so you don't have to worry about it later.
Exactly.
And you're just good. You just deliver it all. I just don't know how you're going to have the baby by then, but hopefully you have a baby at that age, so you'll be okay. I mean, if you didn't start earlier.
If you're just starting now.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You don't buy that yet. Because you have to wait 9 months in incubation, and the stork comes and drops it off, and there you go, 9 months later.
You're probably a month or two old before you start putting them in the onesie like this. So.
Yeah, so you gotta wait. You gotta wait a little while. So hopefully you started early.
Right. Hopefully you started last Christmas. You'll be ready for this Christmas.
That's true though. It's all of you were doing on New Year's, I guess, at that point.
Nobody remembers what they were doing on New Year's.
That was terrible. I laughed because like a few years ago, I was working at my old job, and there was like 20 or 30 people that had kids in August because like all these birthdays were popping up, and I'm like, oh my god, I know what all of y'all's parents did on New Year's. I guess it was just funny, like how many August birthdays there were at that job.
I mean, I'm not saying that my parents' anniversary is in the middle of June, and I was born in the middle of March, exactly 9 months after their 10-year anniversary, but
you just do math. Now you know math, guys. So, moving on to our next one.
Did that get a little too personal?
No, I mean, I don't know my mother.
Ow.
So, I had nothing left.
And moving
on. So we have videos from the net, of course. So, I mean, y'all's are Star Wars theme, both of them. So I'm just going to kind of stick with mine, which is a Call of Duty theme. So it's on TikTok, guys. You can go check that out. If you don't know, I do love playing Call of Duty. I played a little bit last week for our stream because we didn't have a show last week because I wasn't feeling great.
Womp womp.
So
feeling better now.
Yeah, much better now. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back. I love doing this.
We like chiropractors.
Oh my God, yes.
On this show, we endorse the use of chiropractors.
Do it. They will save your back a ton, and I can't wait to go back because I need it. So definitely, guys. Like I said, I played Call of Duty last week. I played like 2 or 3 matches. Didn't do terrible. I didn't do great because I was just randomly playing some matches. He didn't even watch, so he doesn't even know. So
that's true. I did not watch.
I don't blame you because I was just like, I'll randomly play this. So this video is from Call of Duty. This guy found him on TikTok. He's really funny. He has a bunch of other videos. Go check him out. But let's check this one out now.
Hey man, you see that loadout over there? Yeah, I see it. I'm about to go get it. Check your heartbeat to see if anybody over there. I bet I got you. Nah, you good, you good. I could have sworn I heard a no one. Here. Alright bro, I'ma trust you.
Okay, so I love it. I think it's funny because that's like what I would do to my teammates too.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where I'm sure like it's obviously based on that happens all the time, but it's also like you're not supposed to get your teammates killed. No, like,
not at all.
What are you doing?
I play with a bunch of guys from YouTube, and we've had that happen. It's like, yeah, there's no one there. Break his door. Oh well, sorry, I didn't see him there.
They were in stealth mode.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was crouching. I mean, I don't know.
Oops, a daisy.
So yeah, it happens,
that would be me in Call of Duty. I'd be like, I got your 6, bro. You go on ahead. I'll be here in backup.
Yeah, I got everything behind you. You got everything in front of you, right? And maybe to your right and left, you got that too.
Right.
You'll be fine with all of that.
It's just I got this whole area, and
yeah,
I got your 6.
Just one little spot right here is yours, and that's all. Yeah.
Right. It's what is that? The Tony Stark line to Spider-Man, where he's like, "Don't do anything I would do. Don't do anything I would do." There's that little space in the middle.
That's right where you belong.
Right.
And that's right where Robert watches you.
When it comes to Call of Duty, it's like that little space. That's where I got you.
You got me there, but as long as that little space, we're good. See,
and by I got you, I mean like I'll be like, oh hey, there's someone coming to kill you.
Yeah, because you're already dead.
Right. They already got me. I'm terrible at gaming. We know this already.
We do.
There's a reason I don't play that.
We still need to get you to play. What was it? Dying Light, though, or that horror game where we all ran around.
Fun.
That was fun.
I had a good time with that.
That one we all got to do that one again, guys.
I don't even remember. Like literally, wasn't it you and I? We chose like the same character.
Yeah, and I was trying to be. I was like, come on.
And you were like, come with me, and I was like, I don't want to be with you. And as I was saying that,
you got an axe
killed
to your
me.
head.
and you're running away, and I'm like,
I was like, nope, I don't want to be with you either, and I ran off. Yeah, I remember that because I think it randomly generated both of our characters to look the same. I was like, come on, let's be twins or something.
twins.
And you're like, no.
No,
And I
man.
saw the axes fly, hit you, and I'm, nope, I'm out, bye.
I'm gone. You're like, I could try and save him, but no.
Nope, not with that killer right there. I'm like, nah, I'm out. So Dying Light, one of the games I've also
No, it
mentioned
was
to buy.
Dead by
Oh,
Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I always
You can't
get
get
those
any
two.
names right.
I get those two backwards every time. In the video too that I talked about that game, I did it. And this is how we got off subject like 6 times in the first 5 minutes.
That's cool.
So the other one, you want to go yours or hers? Which one do you want to do? I don't care.
Let's close with hers. Hers
Okay.
is best.
So yours was the Obi-Wan. That's a ghost.
Yeah, it's Star Wars, and it's from dorkly college humor kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a little animation of how the ghost of Obi-Wan maybe should have shown up in Star Wars. So check it out.
Set course for the rebel base.
Jar Jar, say what?
What? Oh, wow. Wow. Is that you, Obi-Wan?
Yep, I'm a ghost now.
Oh, so that's what happened to you.
Yeah, I was kind of overshooting with all that more powerful than anything you can imagine stuff. I mean, I was just going to give Luke some ghost advice when I realized, hey, I'm a ghost. Go haunt someone. Like that asthmatic space wizard who ruined your life.
So you're haunting me now?
You got it, Annie. La 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 la.
Just ignore him. He's already dead. I can't do anything. Anyways, the rebel forces are... Oh, for God's sake, will you cut that out?
Hey, have I ever told you guys what this guy thought about sand?
Come on, do not do this to me right now, man.
I wish Obi-Wan would have done that. I can't lie.
mean, that Empire Strikes Back moment is really where it's all about.
Oh.
Ooga booga! Ah! Darth Vader falls off Cloud
So
City.
what was he saying about my dad? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
I'm gonna
about
go haunt the ladies' room. And he just just walks off. It's like really. That's how I picture Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's how he should have been.
I enjoy it. I thought that was pretty funny. I think there's even there's a second video where they're then talking about the lightsaber battle that Darth and Obi-Wan have, which is like totally lame because they were 2 old dudes and one of them was in a giant robot suit. And, I mean, Alec Guinness was like 65 or something.
Was he?
He made that movie, and so they're like doing this, and so it's just kind of poking fun at how terrible that fight is.
See, I've watched that one and I remember not caring for that fight because it's just so.
It's not really a fight scene.
No.
It's like they're kind of waving their lightsabers at each other and spinning slowly,
Wax
and
on.
it's a lot of dialogue, and it's more of an emotional beat than a action scene. But it's just kind of funny to poke fun at it and be like,
I will
it's
become
really not a good action fight.
stronger after I die.
More
More powerful when I'm
than you
dead.
could possibly imagine.
But you're a ghost. Like how? I mean, I guess if he did that, he would have been more powerful.
Well, I mean, he's able to, I guess, communicate and, help Luke defeat the Death Star.
Use the Force, Luke. That's all I remember him saying.
Right. Trust your feelings, And then Luke switches off his targeting computer and, Luke, you've switched off your targeting computer. Is anything wrong?
Nah.
No.
I'm good.
All right. Which actually, that was a funny meme that I saw. It was like, when you're... when you turn off your GPS because you know how to get home from where you're at, it's like you switched off your targeting computer. I'm good. I got it.
I can get home from here, Jarvis. I'm good. Don't worry
So
about
I like
it.
that.
That's a good one. I haven't seen that one yet. Oh my god. See, yeah, that's all I remember he did though. He was just like, use the Force.
Well, there's
and then
that-
that's it.
There's that part in Return of the Jedi where he gets tired and sits.
Sits
on
down. Why does a ghost need to sit on a log on top of all of that? Like,
It's just because in real life that's Alec Guinness and he's old. He's like 70 years
they're
old.
like, could you
at that
stand up for this? No. I
I'm
got to sit
good.
down now. And so sticking with our Star Wars videos,
point. Star Wars.
since Kristen picked one that you're probably going to have to hear me bleep some stuff out in it.
Yeah, this is not safe for work, not safe for children.
No. I'll bleep it out for you though.
But basically, it's swapping one iconic black actor in James Earl Jones for another in Samuel L. Jackson. And all of a sudden, Darth Vader gets a lot more explicit.
I like this Darth Vader. I would watch this movie
So,
if that was all we got.
Yeah, check it out here.
Oh, man. I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some
Language.
bugging shit.
Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Hey, if we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work him out like a puppet. You hear me? You hear me? What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Language.
Say what one more goddamn
Language.
time.
I'm serious though. I would watch the movies again.
It's
If you did that, I would watch all of them.
I mean, some of the edits are a little bit better and more cleverly done than others.
Yeah.
But, like there's definitely, they're using dialogue from Samuel L. Jackson movies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There's a lot from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, God, yeah.
Other stuff. And so
Say what
I
again?
think my favorite part is where he starts choking the guy. I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
It's like, wait.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I think I like when he says, say what again? He's still choking the guy. It's like,
Which
yeah.
is a great scene from Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I mean, I love that movie. That's probably one of my favorite movies of all time that he ever did. I mean, Rodriguez did that one or Tarantino? I
No,
always
it's
get
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
I always get their movies backwards. But Tarantino
You
did a
can
great
always
job.
ask me, I know.
Yeah, I figure.
Well, I know all of Tarantino's. I don't know about.
See, I'm pretty sure the moment I'm like, was that Tarantino? You're like, no, I don't know that one. I'll be like, that's Rodriguez then. So we're going to go to our news, our geek news today.
Yeah.
So
Only a few news items.
Yeah,
today,
just a
but
couple of
that's
things.
all right.
The one thing I want to talk about real quick, because I just want to kind of throw two things out there and be done with them.
Yep.
Olivia Munn is in talks with G4. They're bringing G4 back. I loved watching G4 back in the day, so I'm kind of excited if they bring her back, but I really want to see Kevin Pereira come back. I don't know if you ever watched G4 when you were younger or not.
I mean, I saw episodes here and there. The thing that really stood out to me with this is that, I mean, it feels like Olivia Munn's just going, yep, my movie career's not giving me what I want.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really what
that's
I feel
a
like
major
too.
step back for
Because
sure.
she's done 4 movies, I think. Jennifer's Body, I think, was 1.
I really only know her movie work as Psylocke and
The one movie right there.
Ugh.
See,
I've-
she's never
I've-
done good.
That movie's terrible. She's fine. Like, she's on par with the rest of the movie, and the movie is just awful.
terrible,
yeah. And they don't give her any lines. It's like literally whoever cast her was just like, I want to see her in the Psylocke outfit.
Don't talk. Shh, 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 shh.
I think she has like 4 lines, and there's multiple scenes of her just like staring at people.
I don't.
She's
I
just
still
like
haven't seen
watching
it.
things like. I mean, I'm gonna make you watch it because it's
I believe
awful
it.
and I want to torture you.
I believe that too. See, like, the only thing I know is, like, she was dating a football player because she was dating the Green Bay Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And now she's not dating him anymore. So she lost that money. Her movie career's gone the drain. So, yeah, you might want to come back to G4 and see what you can do again.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure she'll be fine.
she'll be fine. Probably. She probably got money somewhere. But, like, I don't know. Like, I'm happy. That's where I'm torn. I'm happy she's coming back, but she was really good with Kevin. So I would feel like you kind of need that person that she was bouncing off of so well.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
So-
this could be time for just something fresh and new, and it could still work.
Exactly. I mean, who knows? We'll see how they bring her back. If she even comes back. It's just they're in talks right now. So the other little bit of news
Usually,
that-
by the time something like that gets leaked,
They're
can
pretty far in
almost
it,
bet
yeah.
that it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, this is probably them testing the waters too, like publicity stunt kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, sometimes.
how do people react to this?
Yeah. Do people like that?
Yeah, like, okay, oh, yeah, yep, there you go, we're good. You get that extra $1 million you wanted now.
No.
No, you get $10 more.
She's not signing a $1 million
Aw.
contract for G4.
I tried to help you. I try to be nice,
That's
Olivia.
not how it works.
No, it's true, it's not. So the other news, because I know you're not a big gamer, Fortnite has been banned though from Apple and now Droid platforms. No, they're gone now off of those platforms because of an
Now you
update.
have to play 2 weeks.
Play 2 weeks?
It's a joke.
I
Because
don't.
that's Fortnite is.
Oh God, a Fortnite! Oh my God. Full squad 7 years ago.
That's a different thing. A score is 20 years.
It's
you
20.
know?
I thought it was 10.
No, it's 20 years.
Oh, it's 20.
Do your math. When he's
I don't
doing
know.
that speech in 1863, he's subtracting 87 years to,
Oh, is he?
you know,
God.
the
I thought it was
formation
10.
of
I don't know why I
the
thought it was
Union.
10. Oh my God.
There's a
anyway.
little history for you. That's Abraham Lincoln, and that's the Gettysburg Address.
Oh my God. So it's gone from iOS and
Right, you have
Droid.
to play 2 weeks now.
This is why we keep him on the show, guys.
I love it.
To do that. So
Just to make you lose composure with
you
terrible
do.
jokes.
You so do too. And I really thought it was 10. I thought the score was 10. I don't know why I thought it was 10
I
though.
don't know why either.
So now I remember. Now I have to remember it's 20. So yeah, basically,
Because that comes up all the
it
time. You
might.
need to know that.
What happens if I'm in a trivia game one day and I need to know how long the score was? I might need
What
that information.
happens? I mean, you know it now, thanks to me.
And now I'm gonna be like, the answer is 20.
But also, I feel like that's never going to come up.
Probably not, but if it does, I'll know it now.
There you go. It's like
Learn.
being able to use a protractor. Like, nobody
my
needs that
gosh.
knowledge anymore.
I know, right? It's like I know how to use it too. And I'm like, no.
This abacus, I can do my math. Which, by the way, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I actually know that one.
There you go.
I get that one. Understand that one. Thanks, Steve.
I understand that reference.
This is why you are the Captain
My own
America.
personal flying monkey. I understand that reference. There you go.
So,
Avengers.
the reason it's gone is because Epic released an update that basically bypassed their stores.
Right, so Epic is the
The game
developer
company. Yes.
of
They're the developer of Fortnite.
of 2 weeks.
Of 2 weeks, yes. They're the developer of Fortnite. And basically what it is when you're on your Android or you're on your iOS device, when you buy like the in-game currency, you have to buy it through their services. So I would have to buy it through Apple Pay or Google Play or whatever.
Right.
And the thing is, whenever you buy it that way, 30% of the sales goes to them.
Yeah.
Well, Epic found a way to bypass that, and they sent an update out that took the middleman essentially out.
And so Apple and
Yep, Apple was like,
Google were
nope.
like,
Pretty much, they exactly were just like that. So now, Epic, who's the guys who made the game, are pushing their campaign of free, kind of like free Fortnite kind of thing now. So they actually did a little commercial.
not like free as in you don't have to pay any money.
No,
but
no,
like
no,
free
not
us
that.
from the jail that
The tyranny of
Apple and Google have put us in.
It's so dumb because it's like the tyranny of the monopoly they call it now,
Well,
of the
I mean,
money.
literally, and they might not be wrong. but
Yeah.
They tried to circumvent the platforms that were hosting their game.
Exactly.
And we're like, we don't want to have to give you 30%. And literally every other game has to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen. Is they're
We're-
going to be like, we're not going to let you get away with not paying 30%. Because then
Exactly.
everyone will do that. And
Exactly.
so, yeah.
I mean, you're on there. They're basically hosting your server, so it's like, come on, you got to give them something. And I get it. At this point, it's just money. Who wants to be more money hungry at this point? I mean, Fortnite brings in millions of dollars, even if they get that 30%.
So maybe they'll
Whatever.
come to the negotiating table and cut them in on a deal at like 15% or something.
Probably.
And, we'll
The little fight commercial, like Fight Back, it's an old Apple commercial from back in the day. Everything's all black and white, and they're all watching like this one guy talk. Yeah. And you see the girl that's all colored up. She breaks the door in, and she throws like the hammer at the screen, and it frees everybody. I'm like, you really are playing off of Apple now.
That's the old,
So-
from the 1980s. It was like free your mind kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Something
exactly
new.
it.
It's Apple.
It's
a
so
very
dumb.
iconic marketing campaign.
It is. I mean, people remember it. So I think it's funny that they're doing it for this game because you're hitting like 10, teens and stuff. So who's gonna remember that commercial? Their parents are.
Yeah.
But not like my kiddo doesn't know that commercial. Your kid's not gonna know that commercial. So if they see that advertising, it's like, oh, that's a cool advertising. You really hit the older generation who doesn't play.
And I mean,
Whatever.
and even that when that came out, that was a reference to 1984 by George
Oh, yeah.
Orwell.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
They
mean,
don't- I
I
don't
think
think
they
they read that anymore.
I think that like they now they do Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury.
Yeah.
Which is a good book. I mean, I'm not trying
read
to
it.
throw shade at it, but yeah, I don't think 1984 is really.
I don't think we read that one. I think I actually read that on my own later because I was curious of what it was.
Probably.
I don't think I read it in school. Now that you said that, I'm sitting here trying to remember.
I didn't
That was
read
too
it in
long
school.
ago. See, they did the. No, they didn't even do that one. That was when I read on my own. Never mind. 1985. Wait a minute. Welcome everybody. Quick interruption for our regularly scheduled show with a little insert show.
Yeah,
Show?
well, we had to record a little bit earlier than usual, and then the whole schedule for DC Fandom came out, and we were like, oh, we should probably talk about that.
Robert's like, need this done now.
It came out the day we recorded, and I was like, should we get together again and try to talk about that? And I was like, yes, we should.
So it's 1 p.m. Eastern time?
Correct. This Saturday, yeah. And it's a mini version of Comic-Con. It's why DC didn't have anything at Comic-Con.
DC's like, no, we got
our own thing. And basically they've got a bunch of content. Of course your phone went off.
And that's because I stopped it the last time.
Always. Just always.
Oh my god.
The show was gonna have that.
Yeah, you got to get it in there.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, they got a ton of content that they're putting out, a ton of different panels. I mean, they're going to have like a Suicide Squad panel with James Gunn and a lot of the cast members, and apparently they're going to be competing in some sort of trivia where, who knows the most about the squad.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be, comics heavy or whatever it might be.
Exactly.
There's going to be a panel about the Batman, the Matt Reeves movie that's coming out. A panel for Wonder Woman 1984. There's going to be a panel for the Flash movie. They're going to actually reveal some things coming up about that. And there's also going to be a panel for I think Shazam and Aquaman even.
Don't know about Shazam.
It's
Black Adam
Shazam.
For sure.
Yeah, Black Adam. Shazam and Aquaman. See? There you go. So we might get some information about sequels for that as well.
Yeah.
Certainly the Snyder Cut of Justice League. There's a panel for that too.
I don't care anymore.
Did I miss one? I feel like
no, I don't think so, because you said Black Adam. Oh, Dwayne Johnson's gonna be there for Black Adam too.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, the Snyder Cut, the Flash, Batman, Wonder Woman. That pretty much covers the main ones.
Yeah, that's all like the movie stuff. There's also going to be other stuff regarding some of their TV shows like Watchmen. I think Titans. They're going to get. They're going to have a panel for. And so basically, they got a ton of different content, a ton of different panels, and there's even beyond just panels and stuff. There's a lot of other things that they can do. Fan areas that feature cosplay and other things like that. There's a kids section.
Yeah. The Teen Tower added.
Yeah, and so a lot of the content is actually only going to be available in that 24-hour window from 1 p.m. Saturday to 1 p.m. Sunday, again, Eastern Standard Time. And so if you don't get a chance to view it or explore it then, you won't be able to.
Right.
They're going to post it at the time it goes live, and then it'll be available until that time frame, but then they're going to cut it. So with all that being said, what are you looking forward to?
For me, Black Adam, because I've always felt Dwayne Johnson would be the perfect Black Adam for that.
Sure.
So I'm excited
and
that
he's
he's
kind of an anti-hero in the Shazam world. Is that?
Yeah. So he starts off kind of like as a villain, and then you kind of find out it's one of those. I'm not really a villain, but I want to protect my country.
Sometimes
so
villainous things.
Yeah, like I don't mind killing all
like
of you
Dr.
to save this.
Doom.
Exactly, Dr. Doom's a good guy. He is such a good guy. You can have lunch with him, and he wouldn't kill you as long as you don't want to, talk about Reed Richards.
I mean, with a name like Dr. Doom, how could he be evil?
I mean, that wasn't his choice. Luckily, his name is Victor Von Doom. I mean, he didn't choose his last name.
That's true.
So but yeah, go and have coffee with him. It'll be fine. Talk about Reed a little bit. See what happens. I would say he's an anti-hero. He's helped both sides, but he originally started off as a villain. So it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna play it, because I'm thinking they're gonna go straight to that anti-hero with this one, kind of like they did with Venom.
Yeah,
they didn't really go on the.
I wonder if because as we mentioned, there's gonna be a Shazam panel as well, and so maybe we'll get some details about a sequel. Maybe he'll debut in the sequel of Shazam and then have his movie after, or maybe, I don't know the order of the movies. I mean, his movie might come out first, and then he'll be in Shazam 2 or something like that. We could have a Zachary Levi appearance in Black Adam.
Oh, it'd be cool if they did the Black Adam is here's his origin story, and he's kind of like that on the verge of going evil, and then at the end of it, Shazam does something to make him turn evil.
Ooh,
and then the Shazam movie,
pit them together.
Yeah, the Shazam movie would be that too. I would like that idea, because it's oh look, maybe he is a good. Oh, he was on that verge, and Shazam accidentally pushed him over, and now he's evil. And it's here's Shazam Part 2, and it's here's Black Adam.
Yeah, well, and I'm not that familiar with the character, but I feel like Dwayne Johnson kind of has that where he could go menacing, and so. I think that could be really interesting to play that off of Zachary Levi's very playful, kind of, because Shazam is a child in a superhero's body,
exactly,
and so to now have that kind of where he's battling an adult. And the first Shazam movie was kind of, it was kiddie, it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but it was very campy. The villain, played by Mark Strong, was very kind of, mustache twirling type villain. And so, if they are taking it this direction, and you get maybe a Black Adam who's a little bit more menacing, a little bit more,
I would like to see that.
That would be really cool. I'd be on board for that.
He's very psychotic, so
and maybe we can actually get Henry Cavill for real.
You're right, dude. That'd be cool. Movie. That'd be cool to see. Like maybe that's how it starts too. Maybe it's like Black Adam is like trying to like help out, and him and Superman meet, and maybe he like kind of has like a little like whose side are you on kind of thing. They fight a little bit, and then Shazam like blindsides him. He's like, oh yeah, well now I hate Shazam because now he's fighting me too. And it's just like that's where the hate grows because he hates him in the comics. It's like no matter what, he almost always hates Shazam at some point or another. I don't know. I'm curious where they're gonna go with it. I'm excited. That's probably the one I'm most excited for. Huh? I mean, like I kind of just said, like James Gunn's Snyder, or I'm sorry, not James Gunn, Snyder cut. Yeah, I'm kind of over it. Like we keep talking about it because there's news, but it's like I'm done with it.
Well, and they keep like teasing out one more thing, one more thing. And part of that is, Zack Snyder's original vision, we will never see.
No, we never will.
Because anything they're doing now, they're doing with the benefit of hindsight. They're doing with understanding that there are some things that people didn't like. That certainly he's looking to correct. But I mean, we can't make the assumption that he's going to do exactly what he envisioned in 2015 or whatever, whenever they were making that movie. There's been some things that he'll update since then, and so, Zack Snyder's not my favorite filmmaker, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I didn't hate Justice League. I really didn't like Batman v Superman, which was all Zack Snyder. And so, Justice League, as disjointed as it was, and as much as you could tell, wow, this was made by two different filmmakers.
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Batman v Superman. So I don't know if I'm going to like the new version that they're giving us, but will we maybe get a Green Lantern?
That now I'd be happy for. But I'm sorry. Ryan Reynolds, Nathan Fillion are my two tops for Green Lanterns, and then the guy who played Diggle.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes. Ryan Reynolds. As Hal Jordan? Bring him back?
No.
Why not?
Oh,
he is a good Hal Jordan. No. That was a terrible script.
No.
That was a terrible script.
He doesn't have the right personality for Hal Jordan.
He's a smartass. Hal is like the Playboy smartass.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds' humor is not. It's not in the same vein.
Okay.
Like it's just not. It's not right. He's perfect for Deadpool. Okay. But Deadpool and Hal Jordan have very different senses of humor.
They do.
And so I don't want Ryan Reynolds back. I think
we take Nathan Fillion?
I think Nathan Fillion would be a good choice. I worry that he might be a little too old at this point.
Might be, yeah.
But I think that there's a few actors out there that I think could play an effective Green Lantern. I know you're probably going to be like, don't do that to me. I want the Jon Stewart version.
No, I want him.
That's the Green Lantern I want.
I would like to see his story.
As much as like Hal Jordan, I never really connected to as a character. It was always like you said, the playboy rich guy who is like a what do you call it? Like a fighter pilot.
He's a fighter pilot.
It's just like I never connected to it. It always felt like it was Top Gun. And then you just had superpowers. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm not a big fan of Top Gun.
It's like they kind of rewrote him over the years, it feels like. The only time I liked Hal Jordan, I think, is when they actually made him evil. Because it was, I forgot who it was, but they killed like his whole family. And they destroyed his whole city. And it made him snap. And then he was just like, okay, and he started killing his own lantern.
Yeah, as Justice League Doom tells us, he's very emotional and unstable, right? That's literally Batman's plan to be able to defeat him is make him feel guilty and feel like he's not good.
Exactly, and that's true because it's like that's all you got to do to any of them is take their will away. Aww. But like at the end of Arrow, we saw John Diggle's character. Like I forgot the guy's name. He plays him, Ramsey something, I think. He gets the ring at the end of the Arrow, like the season finale. Okay. The comet hits, and he's like, "What is this?" And it's a green comet, and he opens a box, and it shines a green light. Essentially, kind of finally making him a Green Lantern at the end of that series. So it'd be nice to see him finally like come out into the movies, which I doubt they will because they never connect the two. But I would love to see that guy play. I think Ramsey, George Ramsey. I forgot his name. I don't know. He would be perfect, I think.
What I will say that I am looking forward to is more Ray Fisher. I actually liked his Cyborg a lot.
His was good.
He was one of the one of the characters that I really did enjoy in Justice League, and I wanted more. And I know that there was a lot of his stuff apparently got cut after, like Zack Snyder had a whole storyline outline for him, and most of that got cut. I don't know if that storyline is going to be interesting, but I liked Ray Fisher, and I thought he did a good job as Cyborg, so I'm looking forward to more.
It'd be nice to see him come out and get some more time, like either as part of the Justice League, or it'd be kind of cool to see him form like a Teen Titans kind of thing. Like just form him and be like the mentor.
Go!
Be the mentor for him, but not like be really part of it. Yeah. I would like to see him as a mentor role, almost like a Batman to a Robin kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Because I think he's too old to be a Teen Titan, but I think putting them together, unless they just call them Titans like they do in the show, then it's like, who cares, if he's in charge or not.
Yeah, well, and I don't know if this is going to spin off into anything more. Like,
probably not.
We are apparently getting the Flash movie, but they're rebooting Batman continuity with Robert Pattinson. We know for sure that Ben Affleck is not coming back. It does seem like Henry Cavill is going to be back as Superman.
He's still in the works.
Gal Gadot obviously still available as Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And that sequel's coming out. And I don't know that I'm really excited for that panel, but I'm super excited for that movie.
The movie I am. I don't know if, like you said, the panel, I don't know. I'm tired of just getting little leaks from DC. I want, here's what's going to happen, here's what's going to do.
I want the movie. At this point, we were supposed to get it 4 months ago, and it's like
that's been delayed a year and a half, though, right? Hasn't it, or something like that?
Well, yeah. I think they pushed it back way before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
2 this year, because I think it was originally supposed to come out in 2019.
That's what I thought.
But then obviously, it was supposed to come out in June of this year, and then they
pandemic.
Yeah, stupid COVID.
I don't know. I'm excited. What do y'all think too? Because I don't know, is there any other panels that you're excited for or that you want to see? I'm like,
I think I am excited for the Suicide Squad one, because I really Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite MCU movies. I'm a little bit lukewarm on number 2. I think that the humor of that was very hit or miss for me.
Okay.
But I do like James Gunn. I like the cast they put together. It seems huge. I always thought Suicide Squad was an interesting concept, and I thought the first movie that came out was just bad.
Yeah.
So, revisiting it, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn has never been my favorite. But I don't mind her. I do wish we were getting Will Smith back as Deadshot.
He's done, right?
He was my favorite part of that.
He was.
So he's not officially done. He's not back in this movie from all reports. They could just be pulling a fast one on us, but they've said he's not back in this movie, but they haven't. There were reports, I think, as Idris Elba was going to be Deadshot, and then they shot that down. He is a different character. Mm-hmm. So they're not replacing Deadshot. So in theory, if they make, more DC movies, if they make another Suicide Squad movie after this one, Will Smith could return as Deadshot. And, I really liked him in the last movie, so I'd be on board for that.
He was my favorite, I think, in that one too, so...
But I think that's. Obviously, I'm super excited for the Batman movie. Again, the panel. I don't know what they're going to reveal. So, that's the thing is, it's hard to be excited for any of this stuff when it's what are they actually going to reveal? And then if let's say they reveal something major, am I going to be like, oh, I wish I'd learned that in the movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are this gonna tell us, hey, it's based on the Long Halloween, which everyone thinks it is.
Yeah.
But if they do, and then it's oh, okay, why did you tell us?
Exactly. It's like what we talked about. We think about earlier, your last show or a couple shows ago. We're just getting these little, here's a little thing. We already knew that. Here's another little thing. Well, we knew that too. And not just with them. It's like Microsoft and everyone else too. It's we already knew all this stuff. You're not giving us anything new. You're not blowing our mind with oh, here's a 30-second trailer. If they did that, I'd be like, oh, okay, so you guys are a lot further along. That's good to know. I don't know. Yeah. I'm in that same boat, so we'll see.
But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. To checking out some of the panels. I'll probably see if I can watch a few so that we can talk about them on next week's show. But definitely, we want to know what you guys are interested in, what you guys are looking at watching or hearing about, because I think that DC's got a lot of stuff on their plate.
They do. They really do.
And their track record is mixed at best.
At best.
So, I think that.
They are Marvel from the 90s. That's
That's harsh.
Come on.
That's harsh. They've had Marvel in the 90s didn't have anything as good as Wonder Woman.
Okay, I'll give you that. Wait, when was Spider-Man with Toby's?
02.
Oh, two. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And,
all right, fine. You got that.
And what was it? X-Men is 2000, so that also isn't kind of.
Oh crap! That is 2000.
Blade is the best of Marvel movies of the 90s, and that's 97, and that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing shit at Blade, but it's no Wonder Woman.
No, it's not Wonder Woman.
I actually just watched it a few months ago, and it was like, hey, this is good.
I forgot all about the X-Men was like 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I thought it was 99. Never mind.
No,
Okay,
so DC is 2000s Marvel.
Okay, I can live with that.
Where we've got like X-Men, and we've got the Tobey Maguire Spideys.
And then you got Daredevil.
And then we got Daredevil, Elektra, and Ghost Rider, and the Fantastic Four movies.
I still hate what they did to you, Surfer. I love you.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. But, it did give us Ryan Reynolds as Johnny Flame, and Michael Chiklis as Thing, and he was great.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds?
Did I say Ryan Reynolds?
You said, I was like, wait, I thought you were going to go with Ryan Reynolds as
Chris Evans.
Deadpool. Okay.
Chris Evans as Johnny Flame.
Johnny Storm.
But he's the Flame.
He's the Human Torch.
Exactly. He's the Flamer. He's a Flamer.
Just don't ever go Supernova, and you'll be fine. Anyway.
Wait, but then didn't he go Supernova?
He goes Supernova anyway.
It's like the rule of every movie where it's like set up with the one rule, we can't do this, and then they just do it. And like,
we're just gonna break it anyway.
It's the famous one in like Ghostbusters where it's like, don't look at the trap, right? Don't look, and don't cross the streams. They do both. And I love the cross the streams one is the big climactic moment.
Yeah.
But I love earlier, like they literally don't address it. It's like, don't look in the trap, and then later it's, I looked in the trap, right? And he doesn't even respond. It's just like, and we're moving on.
We're not gonna talk about this. Retcon that later. So, but let us, like Robert said, let us know what y'all think. What do was there a panel that you wanted to see that we didn't talk about? I know there's other events going on there, but let's face it, everyone's gonna go for the panels. That's what we all want to hear about.
The big movie stuff, and like also some of that TV stuff too.
Titans.
And also the Watchmen one. From everything that they've said, they are not going to do a season 2. So it's almost like, what are we going to talk about during this? Like, are we literally just going to talk about, how timely it was in terms of the social message?
Yeah.
Like, is that literally what the panel is going to be? Or
that's true.
I have no idea. So,
I guess we'll have to watch and find out now.
I'm very likely that I will not watch The Watchmen.
I will watch it just to see, and then I'll be like, this was terrible.
The Watchmen.
Not me. Not Robert. Not him.
Probably not.
But thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show. This was our little random insert right about here, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of it.
So moving on though, because there was some other news.
Yep.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Your people are coming back.
Yeah. So captains. We'll get into the MCU. The Falcon and Winter Soldier. There were some interviews that came out this week where they were kind of talking about that they weren't finished shooting it.
No.
I think Daniel Bruhl, who is returning as Zemo, was the one that was kind of talking about it, and he said, we have some more stuff to film before we can release it, and so obviously filming got interrupted by the pandemic. And so they're looking to, get back and shooting. They were shooting in a couple of foreign locations.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I don't know exactly what they're looking to do. I think they are looking to go back to their international shoots. And so it'll be interesting to see what they do if the plan is still the same. Pick up the same type of work, but they're kind of in the planning stages of getting back and being able to reshoot or continue shooting, finish shooting the rest of the show so that they can release it. But basically what that means is we still don't know when it's coming. That one was very far in production, as was WandaVision. But we don't really know when either one is coming to Disney Plus. But fingers crossed, they're able to get the stuff shot. And get it out
safely shot.
I know I'm really looking forward to being able to watch those shows. I really obviously everything in the MCU, and those shows looked really interesting.
They really did. The WandaVision one still holds my interest.
Oh yeah.
Falcon Winter Soldier, I'm still up in the air on right now. I'm curious where it's going to go.
Yeah, I
really am.
I mean, you've got Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son, is playing U.S. Agent.
Oh, okay.
And so there's supposed to be probably a little bit of a rivalry there because U.S. Agent is kind of being, it looks like is being pushed by the government to be the replacement for Captain America.
Right.
Obviously, you have Falcon, who was chosen by Cap to be the new Captain America.
Right.
And, so there could be maybe a little bit of rivalry there. You've got Zemo coming back. The reports are that we're going to get Monica Rambeau, more grown up. Because that's the child from Captain Marvel, the little girl.
Right.
So now going to be, grown up in this show. And I don't remember, she does become some sort of hero in the Marvel Universe, but I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, I don't remember her name because I remember Ms. Marvel's what's her name?
Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know who she becomes.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that it looks interesting.
I'm excited.
I like those characters. I mean, Falcon's not necessarily my favorite character, but I like the dynamic that he and that Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan have as Falcon and Winter Soldier. A little bit of like a rivalry. They're both, kind of Steve's best friends from different time periods, from different times of their lives. And the one thing that was most disappointing to me is like we didn't really get to see the relationship between Falcon and Cap. Blossom, because obviously we see he's introduced in Winter Soldier. We see them kind of become friends. But then over the next couple of years, he's an Avenger with them. Right. After the events of Age of Ultron, Falcon becomes an Avenger, and so he's obviously part of the team with Cap. After the events of Winter Soldier, they're looking for Bucky together. Then you have Civil War, where now they're on the run together, and they're kind of on the run until Infinity War. Right. And so, there's a lot of history with those two characters, a lot of time they spend together. Maybe even more combat time than Cap had with Bucky. Yeah, obviously he grew up with Bucky, so they have more time overall.
Right. They have the friendship itself where he has
but there's 5 or 6 years of they were fighting alongside one another. Part of that was as the Avengers, part of that was then on the run. Yeah. And so that's I'm sad that we didn't really get to see that, and it doesn't seem like Chris Evans really has any interest in returning to the role, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be in Falcon and Winter Soldier, even on flashbacks or anything like that.
Probably not, no.
That's the one thing that I'm most disappointed by, is that we didn't really see that friendship, and I think that's why it didn't feel weird to me, but I know it felt weird to a lot of people when he gave the shield to Sam. There were a lot of people who were like, well, why not Bucky? It's his oldest friend. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but he's also been fighting side by side with Falcon this whole time, who also is not, a world-renowned assassin.
Exactly. Yeah, because you can't give it to him. It would
never make sense for it to be Bucky in the movie universe.
No, not at all. I mean, they tried it in the comics, and I don't think even the comics, it went over well, because he had it for a short stint, and then they killed him. It was like, hey, I am the Captain America now, blah, 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 blah. And then he fought and died pretty quick.
And Bucky got it after Cap died.
Right.
In the comics, Cap did when he got to choose who the shield went to, he chose Falcon.
Yeah, he chooses him because in the comics, he gets killed by Agent 13. And then they give the shield holds the shield, essentially. They give it to Hawkeye, who becomes Captain America for a very short stint. And then he's like, I don't want this, gives it up. And then they give it to Bucky, saying, well, you're his best friend. You were the one there. And he's like, well, I guess. And then he takes it. He's a lot more aggressive because, again, like you say, he's an assassin. And then it's like, they killed him off in 12 issues, I think. They literally killed him. And it's like, yeah, he didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But, yeah, I'm curious with it. Like I said, I'm more for the WandaVision one because I'm curious on the whole reality
super
thing.
Interesting. And, visiting different eras of TV, kind of. You've got, the idyllic 1950s, kind of Leave It to Beaver almost, time frame. You've got, the Brady Bunch time frame. You've got, this Family Ties or whatever. They're going different decades of TV, and Obviously, it's it seems like multiverse and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
super interesting.
I actually like to, I think in one of the screenshots that we see, she's wearing the original costume from the comics. So I'm like, oh, how did we finally play that in there? Because that's an iconic costume. It's what she wore for decades.
With like her stupid headgear. Like it
Yes.
looks so dumb, but I'm glad that they worked it in.
Yeah, even if it's for that short stint, I'm happy.
Yeah, and like, obviously it looks like they're playing with the storyline where her and Vision get married and have kids.
Oh my gosh, that's the only thing I'm worried
because-
about. I hate that.
I mean, I'm interested to see how they do.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I mean, that's weird, but
it's probably all in her head.
I mean, that's what usually happens. And see, that's one thing I don't understand, because in the comics, her powers alter reality. They haven't touched on that at all in the movie universe. So
Right.
are they finally going to give her those reality bending powers? Maybe, who knows? Or maybe she just finally went psychotic. Who knows?
I mean, at the end of Endgame, she's pretty like she's like, you took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
You will. So,
That was a
it's
good scene.
moment.
Yeah, I love that moment.
But the other tangentially MCU related thing is that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show that's been on ABC for about 7 years now. It came out, I think it debuted in
Right
fall of
before-
2013. And
Because when did Dark World come out?
2013.
So yeah, because they had
Came
the
out in
episode
November.
that tied to Dark World. I remember that.
So it debuted in like fall of 2013. Was kind of a spin-off from one of the, Marvel used to do those things called one-shots where they had like 2 or 3 minute, like these are funny story ideas, but there's not really enough there for a full movie or anything like that. And so they had done a couple with Coulson. One of them being a funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer. And so that's like a scene of Agent Coulson. He's basically like in a gas station, and while he's there, somebody comes in to rob it, and he basically, just has like a little action scene, and he like throws a bag of flour at the guy and whatever, like he just is able to defeat him and beat him up, and it was, kind of humorous and kind of, had the action kind of thing. And that's on one of the DVD releases. I don't remember which one.
Because the Iron Man one got the hammer, or not the rings, right? Oh no, that Iron Man, that one didn't even get it. It was Thor, right?
Yeah,
they got the 10 rings.
Yeah, so I think
one?
Iron Man 3 is the one that had a funny thing happen on the way to Thor's hammer, and they actually also, there was another one that like the Agent Carter one shot spun off into the Agent Carter TV show. So this one became Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's been on the air for like 7 years. I watched a ton of the seasons. I actually didn't watch this final season. I don't have cable anymore, and so when it comes to streaming, I'll watch it. I enjoyed most of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a little bit uneven when it first started out. I don't think it was very good, but it really kicked off near the end of the first season when The Winter Soldier came out. And that was all about basically Hydra is inside of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, we don't know who to trust. And so that manifested in the show where it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and now who's Hydra, who's S.H.I.E.L.D.? And so it turned it into much more of an espionage show, whereas previously it had been kind of like a Monster of the Week show. Like, oh, there's this threat we're trying to, figure out. It's not Avengers level threat. It's, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. level threat.
It's something humans can actually handle.
And so that I wasn't like too crazy about, but then it spun off into that more, espionage type show. So like the final arc of season 1 is really good, and then you get into season 2 and 3, and it starts to kind of delve more into like Inhuman kind of stuff. And a lot of that was really interesting. So it was still uneven. There were, some episodes that were really, really good, and some that were, it's okay. But overall, I really do enjoy the show. I want to finish it off. So I know that it is now complete.
So Netflix should get it
soon. I don't know if it's going to go to Netflix or maybe it'll just go to Disney Plus.
That's right. Now Disney Plus, I may own it. I didn't think about that.
But I will definitely watch it. But I know there were, a lot of people that have enjoyed that show, and it finally came to a close this year. So. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly lost interest after I think the 3rd season. Right before Ghost Rider came out, that's when I stopped watching it.
Okay, yeah, and I mean that storyline. I think Diego Luna was the actor that played Ghost Rider. I thought he did a really, really good job. But the problem that show kind of always suffered with is they would plant all these nuggets and seeds. Like they planted, like graviton. Or
yes, graviton.
They planted that in the very first few episodes, and then it was like seasons before they ever revisited that.
Really?
And they finally did sort of revisit it, and you were like, they're going to finally give him to us, and then they didn't.
No.
You know,
Yeah, because he's an Omega level, so you
and
don't
it's
mess
kind of
with that.
Yeah, it's budgetary, and also it's like, how many of those characters, you know, do they go to the movie division, and the movie division's like, no, you can't have that character.
That's true too. Yeah, yeah, because Kevin Feige did not like the TV shows. I thought at one point he didn't like them.
Yeah, I think that there was kind of always that division between the TV side and the movie side.
Yeah.
That was when Ike Perlmutter was kind of head of Disney, their TV programming.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he was really pushing hard for a lot of the Inhuman stuff and things like that.
Inhumans, yeah.
Yeah, and that TV
You don't
show
talk
I
about
never
that.
watched. It just
Didn't even last
sounded horrible. It
7 episodes. I don't think
it
it
was
made
like 7 or 8
that.
episodes.
Yeah.
That was it. And that was one of those things where there was a power struggle. Kevin Feige won the power struggle.
yeah.
And so now he's over all of anything that Marvel puts out.
Yeah.
He's at the head of.
Yeah.
And so these Disney Plus shows, like, that's why, like, the Netflix shows were never really part of the MCU.
No.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when it first debuted, like, Samuel Jackson made a cameo
Yep.
in one. You know, Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill was in, I think, a couple episodes.
Yes.
They
What's the name?
Jamie Alexander, who plays Lady Sif,
Yes, her.
was in one episode. They had crossover episodes with Thor: The Dark World when that came out, and then also with The Winter Soldier. That actually played a big role. But then kind of after that, they never really... It was almost like they were always off-world, or they were always doing something else. Whenever events were going on, sometimes they would reference, you know, like, oh, that thing in Sokovia, you know, when Avengers Age of Ultron happened. And there is, like, they even kind of set up that first scene in Age of Ultron where they're doing the raid on the castle. If you watch the show, it's explained that they got the intel of where the scepter was from, you know, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team.
Yeah.
But you don't need that in the movie.
No, you don't.
So they set up some things, but then that's really kind of the last time they had any sort of tie-in. It really broke off from that point forward, up to the point where, you know, they had to completely, I mean, just they went to a different timeline before the events of Infinity War, because how could you possibly just, like,
you have
people are
to
going to dust away, or like whatever. And
The whole team lives somehow.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
exactly. So they really had to
I never
change.
thought about that. Yeah.
You know, by that point, and they did, and some of what they did I thought was clever, and some other things
So-
it was like.
Do you think Coulson will ever come back to the movies?
I mean, he came back to Captain Marvel. You know, that was
that's true.
But I don't think he'll ever be back to life post Avengers. Like I think any movies that they come out that are pre-Avengers, which I don't know if they'll do anymore.
Maybe just Black Widow, right? It's the only right now.
Yeah, but that was after the events of Civil War, so that's still like there's. I guess they might do some prequel stuff of when she's recruited into S.H.I.E.L.D., so maybe he's there for that. So we could still see Agent Coulson, but I don't think we'll ever see him back to life in the MCU proper.
Yeah, because his death really is what got everything going. So that's why I always wonder if they're ever going to bring him back. But yeah, I don't.
They needed the push.
Yeah, they needed that push. And just throw the cards. They weren't in his locker, or they were on.
They needed the push.
Dang you, Maria Hill, for being so smart.
Yeah,
So-
I do love
Yeah.
that in that movie they kind of play up a little of like Maria Hill questioning Nick Fury all the time.
Yes.
And then they never bring it back.
No, it's
like-
just you listen to me here.
in that first movie, she's always like, I don't know about this Nick Fury guy. Like, hey, you know, is that really the thing we need to do? Like, even in the opening scene, she's like, do we really need to do that? Do we really, you know, like, she's questioning everything, and then by the end of it, she's like, all right, this Nick Fury guy, I guess he's cool.
He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. And Samuel Jackson's just like, yeah, I do. He just goes Samuel Jackson at that point. He's not Nick Fury.
I mean,
So-
he literally, you know, fires a bazooka at an airplane and knocks it down. So
I mean, he's Samuel Jackson. He can do whatever he wants.
pretty much.
If he wants to blow a plane up, he can blow his own plane up too. So was that? I don't know. Do we have any other ones? Because that was kind of like all I had too.
I think those are the major news things. You know, there's obviously not a ton going on right now, still due to everything going on in the world.
Yeah.
So you know, we're here to talk about the things that we find interesting. If there's something that you find interesting, let us know. We wrapped up our MCU retrospective.
We did do that.
So Spider-Man: Far From Home, which is the final movie that the MCU has released. It's the final movie of the Infinity Saga. We finally got to it. We finally reviewed it and released it. So coming soon, we are going to do one final movie review where we just kind of talk about all of the movies and rank them, decide, what are our favorites, where do they kind of fit in, and all those things. So there'll be one kind of final movie where we'll talk, our final review, final video, where we talk about all of the MCU movies. And then, of course, hopefully when we eventually see Black Widow, we will review that too.
We just got to wait as long as it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, Captain America.
Twice I quoted Captain America, and have yet to be able to quote a Spider-Man thing. I hate this.
Well, with great podcasting
comes great responsibility. It's true, but that's still not even in the new one, so can't even say that. So, well, you definitely guys go check out those videos too. They are on our channel at youtube.com/officialgygo. You can check out interviews we've done with other people out there. Some other game videos we've done, such as Drunk Quest, and a few other ones are up there as well. And hopefully we'll have one more trivia thing up there that I should hopefully keep my fingers crossed have edited by this week. I've been trying to edit for 3 weeks.
Is that the Star Wars trivia?
Yes. I've been trying to edit for like 3 weeks. Yeah, I did not, because I know nothing about Star Wars at all. So
we'll find out how much I knew.
Yeah, so hopefully that video will be up this week, guys. I've been trying to edit that one for about 3 weeks now.
It'll be really interesting to see how many people play along and can get to some of those questions.
I want somebody to get them right.
Really freaking hard.
Blame your wife on that one. I was going easier because I was like, I actually know these ones, and she's like, no, harder. Make them tough.
Name 3 ships that are named after letters in the alphabet. The A-wing, the X-wing, the Y-wing. I got that. Why don't you do that one?
She said no when I pitched that. She said she wanted to make sure they knew exactly where their arms were severed, about how many inches of their arm were gone. And it was like, well, this is about 7.3 meters.
Which character cuts off the most limbs? Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, really?
Oh,
how many does he cut off?
Okay, like he literally in A New Hope, he cuts off a guy's arm.
Okay.
Right, in the bar. He cuts off
right.
3 of Anakin's limbs. He cuts off Grievous's hands. He
does cut off Grievous's hands.
He cuts Darth Maul in half. So I don't know how you want to count that.
Well, you do see one limb fly because he got one arm. Because I remember on the part he tumbles, you see like an arm fly separately.
No.
Doesn't it?
His
I thought, is his legs fly separately?
He cuts him in half. Literally.
Yeah, but I thought when he got the arm too. I thought, oh, okay. So I mean, that's 2 limbs. I mean, that's still legs.
So it's definitely Obi-Wan. Like Obi-Wan's he's just cutting everything off. Like
yay, limb severage. I'm just gonna run around.
That's his go-to move, which is
cut your arm off.
It's a little bit disconcerting when you think about it. Like
the Jedis don't like cutting arms off.
Like you have the ability to do like mind control and like do all this stuff, and your go-to move is I'm just gonna cut this guy's arm off.
But Obi-Wan, we could just no. We must cut his arm off now. But we could just literally walk away. Nope. Gotta cut his arm off.
And then you wonder why his Padawan started killing younglings. I'm just saying.
Right, that's true. That is very true.
Although I still maintain to this day that the only reason Anakin killed all those kids is because they laid him with an epic troll job. Because if you remember earlier in that movie, they tell him you are allowed to be on this council, but you are not granted the rank of master. And that kid is all like, Master Skywalker, and Anakin was like, you little.
He was like, I'm gonna save the kids. I'm gonna take them. What? What did you call me?
Master Skywalker, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to kill you now.
I think that's my favorite meme, where it's a picture of Anakin and it says, like, wrong description only. And it says Master Anakin. It's, what's his face? Yeah. Not Obi-Wan, but the other one. Samuel L. Jackson's character. Mace Windu. It's a picture of him and it says, Master Anakin Skywalker. I was like, oh, that's harsh.
Who am I? Wrong answers only. Master Skywalker.
So wrong. So definitely go check the videos out, guys. Hopefully the Star Wars one will be up and you'll enjoy it. Yeah. I've been trying to edit that one for a while. I just haven't had time. But hopefully time will prevail this week and y'all can do it.
Stop being sick?
If I could, that would have made last week so much easier, because I was like, last week I'm going to do this, I'm going to get it done, migraine for a full week, and I'm like, hey, great. Another thing, if you go on our Facebook page too, I want to point out, John Guetta Productions is doing All or Nothing, so a picture should be on our page as well. So go check that out and see where we're going with that. But on that note, guys, everyone stay geeky. Y'all have a great one and stay safe, please, during this COVID crisis. Go check out our YouTube channel.